Well. We are back again, beautiful people. UFC 277. We got a big pay-per-view card. I'm excited for it. I know my guys on stream today are excited for it as well. So I'm not going to waste much time. Quick note, though, just what's the word I'm looking for? Just a quick whatever that word is, editing note, whatever. So we're going to change this very briefly. Instead of if it's mentioned multiple times on stream, that doesn't mean that we have to use it in the roundtable parlay. So I'm going to be a little bit more selective on what's actually going in the parlay. We've hit a couple of them, but I want to start hitting more. And I feel like that comes down to me just not being more selective. Sometimes adding stuff that was mentioned multiple times that maybe we don't have the most confidence in. So I just wanted to get that note out of the way before we get started today. So it's going to be up to the fellas to really sell it on stream in order for it to be used in the roundtable parlay at the end. But without further ado, we're heading over to our leadoff guy. He's at what's up, man?
What's up, bro? I think the word you were looking for was housekeeping item.
Housekeeping. My God. I was like editing, sweeping. What am I thinking here? Housekeeping. Thank you. That was what I was looking for.
I don't know if you could see me, but I was trying to mouth the word to you. I knew you couldn't hear me, but I was trying to be like, housekeeping.
That's exactly the word I was looking for. So thank you.
Yeah,
housekeeping
you got it. Yeah, so for today, I like Juliana Pena in the main event. We saw these two fight in December. Pena won. I don't think this line has come in enough. I think Amanda is the rightful favorite, but I think minus 275, minus 300 on here is crazy. I think if this fight goes beyond 5 minutes, 7 minutes, that there's no chance. Nunes looks like a big favorite. Could she get her out of there early? Sure, but I think Pena has a big mental edge here. She won the first fight. She's younger. Pena's rich now and doesn't seem to care about fighting as much. She left ATT. She doesn't have the cardio, and she doesn't have that dog in her like Juliana Pena. So the pick is Juliana Pena, and that's who we're rolling with today.
All right, you heard it here first. He's over at the beach, but still dedicated enough to give out winners on stream in the main event. I got Juliana Pena down as your best bet, money line plus 225 currently on FanDuel. As always, appreciate you, Andrew, and best of luck tonight, bro.
See you, bro. Thanks for having me.
Later. All right, Juliana Pena starting off things with a hot take there. Or is it a hot take? Because there's been a lot of Juliana Pena love out there. A lot of people think the fight's going to play out the same way. I'm not really one of those people, but I mean, I get it. It basically all comes down to Amanda's cardio. But either way, I mean, we got him down as the best bet. Juliana Pena money line underdog in the main event. Up next, it's my guy Zaid. What is going on? What is happening in the life of Vegas Z?
You know, life is good right now. We had a good week last week. Now we're sitting here this week. I have a great bet. It was a long shot bet. It kind of turned into just like it's not a long shot bet anymore. You know, I came on here to give it out. Amanda Nunes by decision. I think that was her way of victory. It was plus 500 yesterday. It has now moved to plus 380 on FanDuel. This was supposed to be my bet where it was like, okay, I'm going to take a long shot here. I think Nunes gets it done by decision. I think she's going to look dominant here. Everybody's forgetting last fight, that round one, she was ragdolling Juliana. She was beating her striking. She was beating her grappling. She was beating her absolutely everywhere. And I really like her by decision. I think she's going to grind her out. It's going to be a Felicia Spencer type of fight. Take her to the ground. Try to conserve energy. I like over 2.5 rounds. I feel like Amanda's better everywhere, and she's going to be more calculated this fight and take it to a decision. That's like my long shot bet. For my best bet of the day, I look at the Michael Morales fight versus Adam Fugit. I see under 1.5 rounds is something I love in this fight. Watching his fights in the regional scene, I see Adam is really kick heavy. He has a kick heavy approach, and he's prone to getting caught. I saw he got clipped a couple times. This is going to be a high pace, fast fight, I think, and somebody's going to go to sleep early. Under 1.5 rounds is at minus 115 right now. I think that's a great bet. And Adam is live. You know, everybody's looking at this, and you're seeing Michael Morales at like minus 750. Adam got knockout power. He can definitely put him away, and I think he's worth a shot at a KO if you could get him at a great price. Round 1 KO, round 2 KO. Overall, though, I think someone will go to sleep in this fight, and Adam is live, though, 100%.
I totally agree. First off, that Adam is live here. I think the general consensus of people that actually like looked into him and taped him think that he's like not a bad fighter here. Obviously, short notice going against a guy that's been very impressive in Morales, coming off the knockout win to Trevin Giles. I totally get that, but at the same time, like these are still two pretty low level fighters. Yes, Morales obviously has promise, but Fugitt's a guy that'll take it to him. You mentioned the kicks. He comes from a Muay Thai striking background. He has I think it's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as well, college wrestling background. So there's definitely a lot of tools where I think he's pretty live here. I thought I was going to play an over in that fight, an over 1.5 originally. I didn't end up doing it. The reason why is because I feel like Morales' punching power is getting a little bit overstated just because he, knocked out Trevin Giles in his debut. But the reason why I didn't end up playing it, like he's not a super high volume guy. And maybe if they decide to grapple a little bit, that's why I could see this going over. But the reason why I hesitated was basically because of what you said. It's like Fugit on short notice. He's going to bring the fight to him. He throws a lot of kicks that leave him open to counters. Like it wouldn't shock me if he gets dropped early in this one. So I just figured, I lean over still, but I just think it's too risky for me to play either side of that. But I totally get the angle. And then the Amanda decision bet, I like that a lot, especially if you bet at plus 500, you said. Yes. 380 now, probably not great, but I'm with you. Like I could see her coming in with like a better game plan. The question, the fight for me basically just comes down to cardio. Like we don't have to beat a dead horse. That's literally skill for skill. She's way better than Juliana Pena everywhere the fight goes. It just comes down to cardio. So will she have enough cardio to to wrestle heavy on her way to a decision? I don't know if she will, but it's certainly not a bad poke at plus 500 if you can still get it. But I got you down as your best bet, the Michael Morales under 1.5. You said minus 115.
Yes. And like Adam, like you mentioned, he's a 5-time Muay Thai champion. Like people think he's coming in with just like he's coming in to get slept. When you take a fight on this short of a notice, people got to understand you're coming in here, you're confident. You're not just coming in here to get slept. You're taking a UFC shot, short notice. You're confident in your abilities. You're coming in here, and I think he's going to be ready to go. And he could get slept right away, but I do think he is live. So I just want to throw that out there for a long shot.
I'm going to be rooting for our guy Adam. I'm definitely going to have some shares of him on DraftKings. I didn't bet him, but definitely going to take the risk that way. But as always, Zaid, appreciate you joining, and best of luck tonight, bro.
Thank you. And can I just say one more thing? Kai Car Fans on the train, plus 180. Take Kai Car Fans. It's a big card for me. Kai Car Fans train here.
You heard it here first. Vegas Z signing off with the KKF call out. Love to see it. All right, we're going to keep things moving. First of all, quick shout out to chat. We got about 40 people in chat right now. Appreciate you guys. Like the video, subscribe to my channel. I do this every Saturday when I'm not attending a wedding. And I do a normal video breakdown every week as well, do Dana White Contender Series stuff. So if you like my stuff, I definitely appreciate it. All of it's completely free. Subscribe to my channel, drop a like. I appreciate all the support. And shout out to you guys in chat too. I love seeing the chat. Another week, Jenna is back in the chat. I said I've got to give shout outs to the female followers because we have 0.01% of female followers on my YouTube channel. So the very illustrious 0.01%. Mr. Jingles in the chat as well. Shout out to him. Cameron, Ryan, what's up, guys? All right, we're going to keep things moving. It's my guy, Lou Betcha. What is going on, Lou? What you got for tonight?
You got to capture that female demographic on the channel, especially with how swole you are, John.
I'm trying to pump. I'm trying to showcase Jenna because she's literally our only female viewer. So I'm trying to, showcase her a little bit. Hopefully get some of the other the female audience, trying to grow the sport. Just trying to grow the game.
All right. Well, the streak's over. Now we're going to grow a new streak. But I'm sticking with time props. I'm playing Dober Alves. Fight doesn't start round 3, minus 135. Between the two of them, they've had 2 decisions in the last 4 years. Alves' one decision is Magulov, who's not a finisher anyway. He made him fight his own fight. And I think he's very live for a round 1 sub. He's live for an early round 2 sub too. Dober can get rocked. He just doesn't typically get finished with punches, but I think Alves is live for a guillotine. And if he doesn't get it, he's going to be in really bad shape. Dober, he has been, I think it's 1 decision in the last 4 years as well. The guy's another killer be killed guy. So fight doesn't start round 3 for me. And auxiliary bet is Pateria Negrimanu is your Yam Bags play of the day.
Absolutely love to see it. So what if I told you that I think what is my biggest bet? I can't remember if I bet more on Dontel Mays or this one, but either way, it's one of my biggest bets. Drew Dober Rafael Alves fight doesn't start round 3. I bet it at minus 144 on FanDuel, and that's still available. I see a minus 135 on DraftKings. So if you guys have DraftKings, obviously you get a better number there. But I'm totally with you, man. I feel pretty confident in this one. So I wouldn't be opposed to making it an anchor in the parlay, just because, like you said, I mean, the way these two match up, I'd be very surprised to see it reach round 3.
And 10 days to Bo Nickel. 10 days.
10 days to Bo Nickel. Shout out to you guys doing Dana White Contender Series stuff. I think you guys did it last year, but I never saw any of your stuff last year. So this was the first year tuning in.
John, I've been doing YouTube since February. I didn't do shit.
Okay, I wasn't sure, but I watched you and Brady's Dana White Contender Series stuff. It was very good. So shout out to you guys. Go give the MMA Engine a follow. As always, Lou, appreciate your time and best of luck. Let's start a new streak tonight, bro.
Good luck, bud.
Thanks. All right, so far we got Pena money line. Andrew Gomez gave that out. We got Zaid is on the Michael Morales under 1.5 at minus 115, and a long shot on Amanda Nunes by decision. And then Lou just gave out the Drew Dober Rafael Alves fight doesn't start round 3, minus 144 on FanDuel, and I'm on that as well. So I like that one quite a bit. What's the delta between? Oh, sorry, I'll pull it up. What's the delta between Dober under 2.5 and no round 3? Honestly, for me, it's that FanDuel releases the round 3, round 2. They released those props way before they released the under 2.5. So that was the reason why I bet it. I don't even know if they have an under 2.5 yet, but I know somewhere else it was basically you're going to get a worse price on the under 2.5 by like 30 or 40 cents. So I think it probably ends round 2. Definitely could end round 1 as well. But I feel like Dober always kind of goes for that round 2 finish after guys that have a similar style as Alves gassing after 1. So I could see this ending round 2. Might even sprinkle Dober by round 2. But basically the difference is you're going to get a better price on the doesn't start round 3. And FanDuel releases those ones earlier. All right, we're going to move things right along. It's my guy, Chad. A little birdie told me he's going to be pitching Ankalaev minus 600 money line. Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, how could you not be confident in that, right? A lot of value there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so ever since you talk shit about me giving one, minus 150 play or minus 200 play, I feel like I got to come with underdog stuff. So
I do want to say, to clarify, it actually wasn't me. I started giving you shit about it, but I wasn't the first person to do it. I think it was Aussie or somebody in Discord.
Pepe,
it was somebody
probably.
else. And then since you brought it up on stream, then I started busting your balls a little bit. But what you got for us, bro?
Yeah, so it was mulling it over. It's hard because I get such good CLV on all my bets that end up losing. But
this is true.
I'm going to go with Alex Perez plus 165. That price, no brainer. I'm on it. Let's get Pantoja out of here. And the bonus is, I don't know if it's, I still saw plus 200, but I got plus 225 on Kim to win by decision on Bet365. They lowered it to plus 200, but still a great price, I think. That fight's going to it's going to go to decision, let's be real. And, excuse me. And I favor Kim. And, fuck Jocelyn Edwards. Excuse me.
Yeah, so I love the Kim call. I'm on Kim as well on the money line. I'm actually going to be adding to her because I didn't get a good price when I bet it the other day. So I'm going to be adding to her today. But I also like the decision call. It's actually only plus 170 on FanDuel. So you said you could still get like a plus 2 something.
Plus 200 on Bet365.
Yeah, so you get a better number there. Either way, I mean, I'm with you. I think this is going all 15 minutes. I think Jiyeon Kim's the better striker. I think Jocelyn Edwards... It's not even that people rate her highly, and I still think she's overrated. Like, I do not think she is good, like, really whatsoever. Was that your dog?
Yeah. Stella.
What kind of dog is it?
She's a Havanese. Hi, princess. Say hi.
Oh, yeah. She's giving out winners. What'd she say? I heard her mumble something. Maybe she's on Kim as well by decision.
Yeah, that's her fight of the night.
There you go.
I'm most excited for that one, for Kim to whoop that ass.
Absolutely, dude. And like I said, I mean, I have to win 1 unit on Kim already. I'm going to be adding to that today. So I like that one quite a bit. The Perez one, though, as your best bet, plus 165. A lot of people I respect are on the Perez side. I'm not one of those people, but I could see it being where I'm kind of kicking myself. Like, why didn't I listen to other people? I don't know. I've always been a Pantoja guy. I feel like it's going to be super competitive. So I guess maybe I should just take the plus 165. I don't know. Like, maybe I could be talked into it. I don't know, man. Perez, it's like he's certainly one of the best in the division. It's just like, I mean, if he got subbed, I wouldn't be shocked, to be honest. But I got you down as your best bet, Alex Perez, money line plus 165. The bonus, Kim by decision, in the plus 200 range, plus 170 on FanDuel, which is a book that I use for this show. But best of luck to you, Chad. And as always, we'll see you next time.
Cheers, man. Take care.
Later. All right, moving right along. It's our next guy. I moved him up a couple spots. I had to after I saw the screenshots on Twitter. He's live betting everything. He's cashing winners left and right. What's up, Evan?
How's it going, man? Just out here at Valley Forge National Park, enjoying this beautiful Pennsylvania weather, touching some grass before these fights later.
Love it.
So look, I got my best bet. I'm going with the Perez and Pantoja fight goes the distance. As of a couple hours ago, it was minus 118 on FanDuel. I am on Perez money line. I think it is going to be a competitive fight. Basically, I think the goes the distance is a little safer in that I think you're basically.
Oh no!
No losses.
You're
possible.
cutting out.
Did you lose me?
There you are. Yeah, I could hear you now. Go ahead.
All right. So yeah, you got the best bet, Perez.
Yeah, I got goes the distance. Yep. I think you froze.
Yeah, minus 118.
All right, we got you down, Evan, and we can't blame this one on your Wi-Fi because you said you're at the national park there. But I love the Pennsylvania background, the greatest state in the country. You keep cutting in and out, so I can't hear what you're saying. But I do have your best bet for Perez Pantoja goes the distance. I think actually let me find out what that line is. But as always, Evan, stay hot, and we'll see you next time, bro. Good luck tonight. All right, so he's on. I know that was kind of hard to hear at the end. So he is on the Pantoja Perez fight goes the distance. I personally like that better, I think, than betting Perez here, just because I'm just not that confident. But FanDuel looks like minus 118 fight goes the distance, and that is currently the best available on the market. See some 125s out there, a 130. All right, we're gonna keep things moving. I'm just seeing. Okay. All right. All right, we're going to skip ahead a little bit. Sorry, I had a note that somebody's running late. So we're actually going to go to somebody that's in the queue early. It's my guy, John. He always shows up nice and early, ready to rock and roll like a true businessman. What's up, bro?
What's going on, John? Thanks for having me on. Bummed I couldn't come on last week and give out Vulcan here.
Oh, I know. It was sweat-free. I mean, come on.
Very sweat-free. But I have one that might not be sweat-free this week for you.
Okay.
I guess, I would have said my favorite spot was Don Tally Mays, but I don't think we could be giving that out on Saturday morning after the line has moved $1. So instead, we'll give out one a bit sweatier. I like Alex Perez this week on the money line. I have a unit and a half on him at plus 160. I think, let me just pull it up right now. He's still available in that range on a few books, anywhere from 160 to 155. So yeah, I think it's a pretty good spot for him here, to be honest. I think there's obviously some concerns in terms of the finishing equity here, because I think while both guys hit pretty hard, obviously Pantoja has significantly more submission ability in this spot than Perez does. It's hard to see Perez submitting Pantoja, which kind of makes the fight a bit more complicated, because I feel like Perez rarely, outside of his fight with Fig, is fighting guys who have more finishing upside than he does. But what I will say is a couple things. I think there's a kind of a little bit of a bias here that's overrating the chances of Pantoja catching him in a guillotine, just based off of, Obviously, Perez got guillotined in his last fight and has a couple times regionally earlier in his career. But I largely think he does a pretty good job avoiding it most of the time on most of his entries. Like if you watch his single legs, he usually does a pretty good job of chaining off it, do a body lock and getting the foot around the outside to avoid getting put in full guard. So I don't really think it's super likely he gets caught in one of those. And I actually kind of trust him scrambling to hold his own here with Pantoja. But ultimately, what it also comes down to for me is I just think minute to minute, this is Perez's fight to lose if he doesn't get finished. Like I think he's the better boxer in my opinion. While Pantoja's maybe the bigger hitter, I think Perez does a better job in extending combinations than Pantoja does. I think he's a bit more defensively responsible, and I think his low kicks could have a huge impact here. He's really one of the better kickers in the division, and Pantoja hasn't really shown much of a willingness in his career to date to check kicks. And so when you combine that with the upside of grappling here, I just kind of feel like, yeah, you have to give Pantoja some upside on the finishing equity side, but I don't see how you can line this past evens given the advantage on minutes for Perez. So I capped it about 50-50 aside here. So I have a unit and a half on him.
So the two things that I think you brought up that are probably the best points on Alex Perez is the leg kicks. I think that's a big factor that you mentioned, like great leg kicks. Like you said, Pantoja doesn't really check them. I could see him having success there. And then the defensive, like Pantoja, we know he's super durable, but the dude gets hit a lot, like a lot.
and he's gotten hurt a lot recently, like more than I remember before. I didn't honestly think I would have any play here going into tape, even though I've largely been a Perez guy. But then you look back and Schnell hurt Pantoja. Askarov stung him briefly. The guy is getting hurt almost every fight now. And it's like Perez gets his hands up while Pantoja, his head's just there on the center line the entire time.
Yeah, I mean, the more you guys are all so confident on Perez, the more I'm like, maybe I just close my eyes and at least take a unit stab on Perez. I'm probably not going to be, full disclosure, not going to be adding him to the Roundtable parlay, but I definitely am getting close to being talked into joining you guys on Perez. I've just I think it's really just my priors on Pantoja. He's been around so long. He's been near the top of the division. I've always rated him pretty highly. But like you said, it might just be he's definitely at best plateaued, and at worst could even maybe start declining, especially in terms of the durability.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, he's fought everybody, so I can't really blame you for that. But I've always kind of been in the camp that Perez probably skill for skill has the best or second best tools in the division. I mean, obviously it did not go well, but I think I had 4 units on him against Fig or something like that. I was pretty confident if he didn't get finished early, he was going to show up for that fight. Obviously he did get finished early. But I think it's interesting because I do think you're probably talking about skill for skill, 2 of the best 4 guys in the division here, which I just think kind of lends credence to unless you think Perez gets guillotined at a pretty high clip, it just seems like it's a very even fight to me.
Yeah. I mean, you make a lot of great points. I got you down for Perez. You're actually not even the first person to pitch Perez. Chad just pitched Perez as well, money line, and then Evan is on that fight as well. He is on Perez, but he pitched the fight to go the distance at -118, which I like as well. But as always, John, appreciate your time. Appreciate you joining us. Always appreciate the analysis as well. You guys, if you don't already subscribe, check out the Club and Sub podcast on YouTube. I think it's just on YouTube, right?
Yeah, for now.
All right, for now. So check it out. Give those guys a follow and a like over there as well. Best of luck tonight to you, John.
Yeah, good luck to everybody. Thanks, John. Appreciate it.
Yep, later. All right, moving right along. We got my guy, Josh. What is going on?
What's up, brother? Sorry, I don't know if I was the one that was late. Usually I'm waiting on you guys. That was my fault. I'm sorry.
No, it actually wasn't you. It was Dylan. And now I'll call him out on stream. No, he did message me and said he asked to be pushed back. So I don't know if it depends how late we hang around here. There's actually we're going to do this. So now, because we do have a gap, I'm going to put the link in chat if anybody wants to come on stream and pitch your best bet of the card. If you guys don't know how this works, you basically come on stream. You have to show your face. Those are the rules. And give your best bet of the card. You could pitch your analysis for a minute or two, give it out a long shot. But I put the link in the YouTube chat. at John Kelly DFS. If you guys want to hop on, give your best bet. I do have room for an extra guest or two today. All right, now that we got that housekeeping note out of the way, thank you, Andrew. What's your best bet tonight, Josh?
So I like Kim tonight. I heard you talking about her earlier. I think the lines moved a lot towards her, so I think getting her earlier in the week, there was a lot more value on. But I do like the Kim side. I think the catcher beating fight, I think she should have won that fight if you just look at the damage at the end of the fight last time. And I think, like you said, Edwards hasn't done anything impressive. She throws a lot of strikes, but there's nothing behind those strikes. Also Prize Picks over, if anybody's over there on the Jocelyn Edwards over 80 strikes. I like that a lot. I think both these girls are just going to throw a ton of volume. I think it's safe for cash in DraftKings to play both these girls, which is kind of weird because of their price range. But I think getting them both in there leaves you a lot where you can do a lot of stuff with everybody else. So Ji-Yoon Kim, I like her a lot, and I kind of agree with the Perez take. I don't think he's going to win, but I do think the line's kind of wide, so I think there is value in taking dogs. I know that's kind of weird because you always want to pick winners, but I think there is still value in his line right now.
All right, I'm looking at FanDuel has Kim plus 104 currently, and then you mentioned you are on Alex Perez money line as well. A lot of love for him. I think I said it earlier.
I'm not going to bet that fight. I just think the line's way too open and way too wide on it. We haven't seen Perez in a while, so I think coming back in there and making the weight kind of did show us something. So at least we know he can do that. And as you said earlier, Mays was the lock earlier in the week. If you get him at minus 130, which I think was a fantastic number, you can get him at plus money on some of the other books way earlier in the week. So yeah.
Yeah, and Lyndon in the chat says Edwards missed weight. So I talked about that earlier. I'm like, I feel like people aren't talking about or not factoring in as much. Edwards' cardio, I personally don't think has ever looked good. Like, I think she has slowed down in basically all of her fights, especially against Pascual. And I know that was up a weight class, but you can argue that, she should have been, less of a weight cut. She should have been able to go even harder. But like, yes, she spammed a ton of volume, but she was gassed in that fight. And throwing those meaningless little push kicks with zero power on them, that doesn't convince me that you're not tired. Like, I don't think she has good cardio. She's taking this fight on short notice. She missed weight, and she's going up against Kim, who's a volume machine who throws in bunches through the third round. Like, I feel pretty good about Ji-Yoon Kim here. I mentioned earlier, I'm going to add to my position. I have to win a unit on her already, but I'm going to add at the plus money now on FanDuel. But as always, Josh, appreciate your time, and best of luck. Hopefully Ji-Yoon Kim gets it done for the boys tonight.
Thanks, brother. Good luck today.
Thanks, bro. All right. Moving right along. So bet Kim round 2 for the sprinkle. I don't know if she'll knock her out, but maybe if she Edwards, I think, has been hurt to the body. So maybe if she rips a couple body shots, but we're going to move things right along. It's my guy, Billy Briz. What is up, man?
Man, I feel like a broken record, man. I didn't think I was going to come on here and everybody be talking about Ji-Yoon Kim, but I'm on the side of Ji-Yoon Kim as well. I like her by decision. I know the show isn't sponsored by FanDuel Sportsbook yet, but Bet365's got a plus 200 by decision prop out there for Ji-Yoon Kim. So that's the route that I'm going to take. And alluding to what, like you were just saying, I don't think Edwards' cardio is that good. The short turnaround for fighters this summer has not been that good of a, I would say, ROI. And then on the second hand, it feels like these ladies that are on 3-fight losing streaks just find out a way to win these fights. We had last month, we had Soryarenko, and then of recent, we had Victoria Leonardo. Now, Ji-Yoon Kim's going to cash some tickets for the boys tonight. I like her output. I like her volume. I like the change of her camp. Training with Weili Zhang. Hopefully, that only brings the best out of her. And Edwards coming in on short notice. I mean, if this was Kim versus Maria Agapova, I would have to back my girl Agapova, but it's not, man. I feel like people are underrating Kim. She's came in as the betting favorite in her last 2 fights. While she didn't pull out the W, she got fight of the night bonuses and back-to-back. So I think she puts the performance all together for here, and she cashes this decision prop.
I absolutely love to hear that. Like I said, I mean, I've said it a couple times, so I sound like a broken record as well, but I do really like the Kim side, and I've liked her more as the week has gone on. So definitely don't hate that. I got you down for best bet, Kim money line. You mentioned we're not sponsored by FanDuel Sportsbook, but if you're listening, FanDuel Sportsbook, I am interested. So shoot me a DM. Let me know what's good. But as always, Billy, appreciate your analysis. Thanks for the time, and good luck tonight, bro. Let's cash
Let's
in winners.
get paid, man. See you at the top.
Absolutely. Later, man. All right. So let's do a quick recap. We got a couple minutes here. 12:30. Last guest is scheduled to come on at 12:45. So we do have a couple minutes if anybody wants to come through, but we're going to do a quick recap and maybe even start forming our roundtable parlay. So come on, chat, give me some ideas here. What are we thinking for the roundtable parlay? Because it seemed like there was a lot of Kim love, which I'm on. I'm confident in Kim, so I'm okay with adding a couple people on Kim by decision. I want to add her at the money line just because, like, a couple losses like that where the judges kind of screwed her, she might just like go all out for the finish. So I don't want to like just bet her by decision and then she dominates and gets the finish, similar to what happened with Molly McCann. Not her last fight. Obviously, she got the finish there too. But the Luana Carolina fight, I bet Molly McCann by decision. She dominated, but got the third round knockout, which was not ideal for my wallet. All right. Yeah, so a couple things in the chat. Dontel Mays, couple love for Dontel Mays. Mr. Jingle says Mays. ETH Rod says Mays. Movie Andy says Kim and Pena parlay. I'm not going to parlay Juliana Pena. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I just think Amanda's so much better. Like if we're just betting that like she doesn't have the cardio, like I don't think it's a great bet personally. Need under 2.5 Dober. Yeah, I really like that one too. Kim decision, Mays. Yeah, that's not bad. Sean Orr in the chat, allegedly Sean Orr says Kim decision, Mays, Dober, fight doesn't start round 3. I like all those. Kim money line solid. Nikolai should be minus 350. No, he should not. So I am on the other side of that. I haven't bet him yet, but I'm going to. Get Clint in there. There's Clint right there. I mean, if he wants to come on here, I've talked to him before and told him it's an open invite. So if you want to hop in, I'm going to put the link in chat again because, like I said, we have a couple minutes. The people want to hear your best bet, Clint, if you have a minute. But yeah, we're looking at Kim money line as an anchor here for sure. We're looking at what was my take on the Mays fight? Someone asked in chat. So I bet Mays early in the week. I think I bet him on Sunday, minus 136. I think Hamdi, he's definitely got a padded record. I'm not going to say he's completely terrible just because he is a solid wrestler and it is heavyweight. So that adds some variance. Obviously heavyweight division, there's a lot more variance in fights, but I think on one hand you have Dontel Mays, who we've seen improving from fight to fight, especially with his ground game. And then this other guy, just complete padded record. I mean, he fought this dude, Matthew Strickland, twice. Like he only has 5 professional fights. He's fought Matthew Strickland twice. And those are the only fights that Strickland's ever made in his career. But I'm going to stop babbling because we got my guy, Clint. The people were asking for him and he stepped up. What's up, bro?
Morning, John. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. Thank you for hopping on and giving us a little bit of your time. What is your best bet for UFC 277?
Just like I put in the chat there, John, vouch for Kim. I've got 4 units on her. I put her on pretty early in the week. It's kind of the same thing as last week, Victoria Leonardo for me. I'm kind of steering into the variance in a big way here. I understand it's low-level women's MMA, but I think there's an argument to be made that she won several of her last fights, didn't quite get the nod. I lined her at minus 150, minus 160-ish myself when I made the initial breakdown, and she opened up at minus 150. So it's been all steam on Edwards. I think recency bias in women's MMA is such a massive thing. One win or one loss, people jump ship or they pile on. And Edwards basically beat up a punching bag in her last fight, almost got TKO'd with a single knee to the abs there. She came in on short notice. She missed weight. I think there's a lot of advantages here for Kim. So, yeah, I think I'm getting a decent amount of value on that plus 110. I'm in big, for better or for worse. Let's see what happens.
I mean, I love hearing it. And guys, if you're just catching this in the chat, that is like the 4th or 5th person to mention G on Kim. The round table's high on Kim this week. So if you picked up anything, Kim is our girl. She's cashing the ticket. Appreciate your time, Clint. The chat wanted you. Appreciate you delivering for them. And hopefully G on Kim delivers for us. Best of luck to you, bro.
Thanks, John. One more little sprinkle for the people before I dip.
Absolutely.
Dontel Mays by sub 20-1.
20
Got a
to
little
1.
sprinkle on that bad boy. I think he's down to 18-1 right now. Actually, we hit him at 20-1 earlier in the week, and they moved that number down. Just got his purple belt, taking on a short notice guy who's got a wrestling heavy game plan. So you got to think those are the types of guys that tend to gas out and slow down as the fight goes on. Dontel Mays is a big boy. If he gets up on top of this guy but can't quite hit him hard enough to put him away, that's when people who are tired tend to tap to chokes that maybe aren't sunk all the way in or they wouldn't otherwise fall to. Just a small degenerate sprinkle for the people, but I'm on it.
Absolutely love to hear that. I'm not a big sprinkle on those crazy long shot props, but that's one that would not be all that surprising if it cashes. Didn't he sub Parisian in his last fight, or was that? I think he subbed Parisian in round 3, right?
No, he hip thrust TKO'd him, I think.
Okay, that's okay. Well, either way, I mean, that's what it was. He tried a couple submissions, I think, before finishing him.
He's been working it's not on his ground game.
Yeah, he's working on his ground game. You mentioned the belt progression there, and I mean, let's be honest, Hamdi, I just don't think could hang at this level, especially across 15 minutes. But don't hate the small sprinkle there on Mays by submission at plus 21. I got you down for Kim money line. And I hope she comes through for us, bro. Best of luck to you.
Let's do it, John. Good luck, man.
Thanks, bro. All right. Moving right along. 15-1 in Ireland on Mays by sub, it says. That's honestly that's not a bad bet. For pizza money, throw on Mays at 20-1. That's not a bad bet. And obviously, I mean, I'm definitely here for the Jiyeon Kim love. All right. Okay, so let's start forming our roundtable parlay. If anybody else hops on while we're going, maybe we can take another bet or two. All right, so Jiyeon Kim, I think, is a lock as our anchor. So I'm gonna pull up FanDuel now and start crafting it together. Jiyeon Kim is plus 104 currently on FanDuel. We also, I mean, I personally like the Dober unders. It sounded like chat, you guys were on that as well. Confirm if I say anything that doesn't sound accurate. Please let me know in the chat. That's what the chat is here for. So I mean, if you're here listening and you have some input, put it in the chat. Okay, so we got Jiyeon Kim. I think that's not even debatable. We're gonna add her with all the confidence and all the love on Kim. I've seen a lot of unders on the Dober fight in chat. Obviously, a couple of us are on it as well. I'm on it. Lou Betch is on it. Let's see what adding that would do. The under 2.5. So we could even go safer than the fight doesn't start round 3. Like I said, I bet that personally. Lou bet that as well. But under 2.5, just so we have that extra 2.5 minutes if it does reach the third round, even though I don't think it does. I think it's just a little bit safer. Under 2.5 is minus 192. So between that and Kim, I like those quite a bit. We're at plus 210. So we definitely need at least a third leg. I see Zaid, I see you're hanging out in chat. Were you trying to come back on here? Were you trying to come back on?
Yeah, I was just chilling watching the show. I'm down to talk it through if you need someone.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we got a couple minutes. Locke's supposed to come through at 12:45, lock of the night. So we're just kind of crafting over what should be our roundtable parlay. I got Kim money line plus 104. I got under 2.5 in the Drew Dober Rafael Alves fight at minus 192. That puts us at plus 210 with, yeah. Sorry. I was just reading Locke's comment on my thumbnail. He was making fun of me because I used Dontel Mays, the king, as the poster boy for this. All right, let's see what chat's doing. Nunes. No, I don't like parlaying Nunes. Pena money line. I can't do it, dude. Maybe I'm just a scared little boy, but I can't parlay Juliana Pena. I just can't. John, do you believe crowd support has an advantage in fights or not? So that I'm a firm believer that absolutely matters. How can we cap it? take that into account, that's where it gets super subjective. I think there's a couple that it's pretty obvious, like Molly McCann is one specifically, like does not fight as well in the Apex with a little crowd or during COVID when there was no crowd. I think she had a fight. She is one that feeds off the energy of the crowd. So fighters like that, I think it's pretty obvious. But in general, most fighters, I don't think you can confidently say whether or not it helps or hurts them.
Did you talk about the Derek Lewis fight at all? I know I want to get your thoughts on that. I feel like that's a big fight. The line was like closer to Pick'em right now. It's at let me get the
I think it's minus 130 plus 110.
Minus 150 plus 122. That's what I was kind of shocked.
Dude, he took a lot of money because even before I came on stream, FanDuel had him 130, I think. And now he's minus 150.
Yeah, that's it kind of like it made me like look 2 times. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, he took a lot of money. I think those that got in on Pavlovich early at plus money, great bet probably. I think any plus money here, it can't be that wrong just because it's a high variance heavyweight fight. Both of the guys have big knockout power. I'm not hanging my hat on this. Like I think more than likely Pavlovich maybe knocks him out in 1. Derek Lewis has been knocked out 6 times. Maybe the durability starting to go. If he has to eat a couple big shots, but I know there's some people saying like, well, maybe Derek Lewis can take him down and beat him on the mat like Alistair Overeem did. If you're betting on Derek Lewis to come in here with a singlet and go for takedowns, like I think that's probably a bad bet.
Yeah, 100%. And then the co-main, I know since we have like a couple minutes, what's your whole thoughts on the co-main as far as like, does Brandon Moreno, like when I look at Carl France, the reason why I was on him is like the Askarov fight, he showed great takedown defense. He just improved a lot on the ground. And then the way, like, he should have the power advantage on the feet, I feel. And I think it could put him away. Like, right now, you could get Cara France, like, as a long shot, which, like, I'm on a lot of long shots this card. You could get him by KO at plus 650. And I think if he wins, he could finish, like, he could win by KO. Like, plus 650 is something where I'm just...
I mean, 650, I think is a good number. I mean, he's one of the harder hitters in the division, if not the very hardest. The problem is, I mean, Brandon Moreno, the dude's durability is unreal. And yes, maybe it's starting to go, but I can't confidently say that it is. I think you'd just be gambling on whether or not his durability is starting to go. I think, it'll probably play out similar to the first time they fought. Pretty competitive striking. Brandon Moreno, I think won took over as the fight went on, won the striking in the 2nd and 3rd rounds. But I think all the upside is with the grappling. If he takes him down, I think he's a much better submission grappler. I don't hate the dog shot on Cara France though, because I think I said in his last fight, like the dude is a dog. Like it is hard to put him away. I love watching him fight. I'm a fan, and I wasn't always a fan of him, but he definitely won me over. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to bet him, but I mean, I get the angle, I guess. It's just that I think you have to hope that Brandon Moreno's durability doesn't hold up. But we're going to keep things moving because Locke showed up. I'll after he pitches his, I'll bring you back if you want. Gotcha. The people were saying they want your lights on though, so I'll bring you back if your lights on.
I'll move over. I got to move over.
All right. All right. What is going on? It's my guy. The chat has been riled up, waiting for your appearance. What's up, man?
I'm chilling, man. Shout out to Vegas C as well. I love my guy Zaid over there. Has one of the best up and coming TikTok games as well too. So make sure you guys go check him out. But love that guy. Been a long time since I spoke to him, but he did bring me on his show a year or so back with this guy Ish. So greatly appreciate seeing him as well. And you giving him the spotlight as well. But John, what's going on, dude? Long time no speak.
Yeah, man, I wasn't trying to bug you during wedding season. I know congrats to you and the missus. You had a lot of wedding festivities. And then I was attending a couple weddings there for a while, so I wasn't really doing the show. And when I did, it was on a different day. And obviously, I know you're a busy guy, so I'm not trying to take up too much of your time. But now that we're back at the normal time, I'm like, let me hit up Locke, see if he's down to come on. So there's been a lot of Kim love out there. I will just let you know, a lot of Kim love. A lot of Alex Perez love, and then Drew Dober unders. It seems like those 3 are probably the most popular, but the people want to know, what is your best bet of the night for UFC 277?
Well, my dog of the night is Ji-Yoon Kim as well. I really like her in the spot at plus 115, so I got some money on her there. But in terms of my lock of the night play, that's the brand that your boy goes by, and that's what everybody wants to know about. I'm going back to the well with Brandon Moreno, man. I was very impressed with his performance against Kai Car-France last time around. I got in at minus 187 even before this last UFC event because I knew that line was going to take some action once people set their eyes on UFC 277. But people are talking about that fight being close and competitive. I'm not of that belief, man. That first round, okay, Kai won it ever so slightly, but right after that, Brandon Moreno got into his groove and he showed that he was a superior striker, at least in terms of MMA standards, right? Like he was getting in and out of the pocket without receiving too much damage while he was inflicting the more significant damage against Kai. Kai really needs guys to be in that pocket range for him to have success, whereas Brandon does a really good job in terms of his using his reach, getting in and out of those spots, and then countering effectively as well. So even if he doesn't get his grappling going, which is what a lot of people think he needed to do in that first fight, he didn't even shoot one takedown that night. And he still went out there and beat a guy like Kai Car-France. So even if his grappling doesn't get going tonight, which I think would be a part of their game plan just to mix things up and give him a different look, I still feel comfortable with him going out there and outstriking Kai Car-France here. Unless Kai can get multiple knockdowns in this spot, I really don't see how he wins here, honestly. They're both much improved since their first fight, but I don't think the improvements that Kai has made really determines that he's actually going to go out there and overcome the loss that he suffered the first time that these guys threw down. So give me Brandon. I don't know how he gets it done. I'm just happy with the money line where it's at. Around that minus 200 range, I think it's still a proper spot. Again, I know a lot of people are thinking it's competitive or was competitive. I'm not of that belief. I thought he soundly outstruck him in rounds 2 and 3, and now we're getting 2 more rounds. Got to believe it's going to get even worse. So looking forward to that fight the most as well tonight.
Yeah, love the breakdown. And I did, when I was talking through it with Zaid, I did say the first fight was competitive. And so I should use that word loosely because it was competitive in the sense that I don't think it was like a massive blowout by any stretch. But I also think that it was clear, like you said, that Moreno certainly won the last 2 rounds. And you could probably even make a case he won the first round too, honestly. And to your point, it's like, I think he could even win it if it's a striking battle. And then if he grapples or goes for takedowns, then I think he looks like a clear favorite here. So I was trying to find my Juice Boy parlay. I try and do a Juice Boy parlay whenever I can, but I'm only going to do it if I feel super safe. Moreno was going to be on that. It's just the fact that I couldn't find any other clear, real safe, rock solid ones that weren't at a crazy price. I wasn't going to put Ankalaev in there at minus 600 or whatever. But I just bring that up because I mentioned I am confident Moreno wins as well. And that's kind of what I was telling Zaid because he's taking the dog shot on Kai Car-France. I like Kai Car-France's enthusiasm. It's just that outside of a big moment knockdown or a knockout, I just don't see it really how he wins this fight. And I don't think he's going to knock out Brandon Moreno. So I'm with you. Moreno minus 187. Obviously, you got some CLV there. It looks like FanDuel has minus 225 now. And then again, chat, I'm going to bring this up again because this is the 10th person that mentioned he is on Ji-Yoon Kim as well. So confidence increase. A little
bit of a sprinkle on that KO prop at plus 1,000 as well. Hoping that she digs to the body here, tries to, finish what Ramona Pasquale was not able to finish. And not to mention trying to save her job here as well, right? She's on a 3-fight losing streak. If she ends up on the losing end here, possibly a ticket outside of the UFC. So hopefully she can leave the judges out of it who have been, messing with her over the last couple of fights, and she can take it into her own hands here and get Jocelyn Edwards out of there. So just hope and pray on that sprinkle of that plus 1,000.
Yeah. And it's funny because right before you came on, we were talking about Kim by decision because everybody's betting Kim by decision. And I said, she's been screwed by the judges. She might just go all out for a finish. The money line's still a good price. That's why I'm just going to go the money line. I'm not going to get cute with it. Because like you said, maybe she does sell out and, hurt Edwards, who's been hurt to the body before. But it looks like Clint said, tell Locke I just bet Anthony Smith, and he flipped you the bird.
Me and him have this like long-standing feud that I'm a big King Ankalaev dick rider, and he's on the Jamal Hill side. So next week I'm going to be ragging on him with Thiago Santos. But yeah, I'm hoping that those two guys eventually get matched up, which looks like what could happen if both these guys get their hand raised in the next 2 weeks. But yeah, King Ankalaev all the way, baby. Uncrowned 205-pound champ coming at you late 2022 or early 2023. Let's go.
Absolutely. You heard it here first, guys. As always, Locke, appreciate your time.
Yes,
Best
sir.
of luck tonight. And if you guys aren't doing anything at 1 p.m. Eastern, head over to his channel because he's doing a show for the full card breakdown as well. So we're going to wrap up before then, migrate over to his channel, and I'll probably see you guys there. Thanks, Locke. Best of luck to you, bro.
Love you, John. Good luck.
Later, bro. All right. We're going to bring Zaid back on because he took the lights on. Actually, hang on 1 second because Dylan, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, just checking. I wasn't sure because all I saw was the top of your car. You're not driving, are you?
No, I just ran out. I'm at work. I just ran out to the car real quick to do this.
Okay, gotcha. I won't take up too much of your time then. You're the last one to pitch your bet. What you got first, bro?
All right, so diamonds are forever. Blood diamond, baby.
Oh, stop.
Blood diamond.
No.
He's going to KO Kosi. He's going to KO him. He's knocking him out. I know you don't love that, John.
Oh, my God.
And also, I still owe you that bet, so, you know.
Yes, for
for
those that don't know, we did have a high noon chug bet. Who was it? Who was the dog you liked?
It was
last week?
the first fight of the Contender Series.
Oh, that's what it was. Contender Series. I had Costa.
Luna.
You had Luna, which was actually a very, very close fight. I know you and some other people thought Luna won. I thought Costa edged it, but I mean, certainly a close fight. Obviously, you want to be on the plus 200 or whatever side when it comes that close. But so Blood Diamond, is that the only thing you got for us?
Well, I mean, I love Pantoja too, but Blood Diamond, listen. Blood Diamond's gonna knock him out.
I mean, as much as I like am busting you for it, like I don't think Kase is like indestructible. Like the dude's striking is not good. His wrestling is good, and that's how I think he can win this fight. Take him down multiple times, wear on him, maybe find a finish. Even if he doesn't, I think he could just wrestle him for 2 rounds. But if he gets stuck at range, like his striking is pretty bad. And Blood Diamond theoretically would have the edge there.
Well, my thing is, Blood Diamond's only fight in the UFC comes against Jeremiah Wells. Jeremiah Wells is a fucking tank. We've seen that.
Yep. Shout out to Philly.
Shout out to Philly. Renzo Gracie, they're insane over there. But I don't think Kosi merits a minus 200 favorite. So I'm going to take a shot on the dog here, and I really think he KOs him.
All right, confidence on the Blood Diamond side. You'd love to see it. I always respect people that are willing to take a big dog shot and do so with conviction. So I personally hope for my DraftKings exposure that does not happen because I'm going to be heavy on Orion Kase. But if it does, I'll be thinking of you. But best of luck to you, bro. Enjoy the rest of your workday, and hopefully you get out early enough to catch the card.
Yes, sir. Take care, guys. Thank you.
Later, man.
Take care.
All right, we've been running kind of long here, and believe it or not, guys, sometimes I actually do have a life outside of all this MMA stuff. So I think we're gonna take the baby out somewhere here in a little bit. So I gotta wrap up, but let's try and craft up this third leg here, Zaid.
Yeah,
and
so
give it to the people.
We're at plus 245 right now with Kim, and then the fight not to start the third round and the Dober Alves fight. Those are the
Sorry to cut you off, but we're going to do the under 2.5 in Dober just to play it a little bit safer, unless we need to adjust. But I have the under 2.5 in there now, and then we'll see if we need to adjust it, we will. But I just like the extra safety net for the parlay.
For sure. Man, you could go so many different ways as far as the third leg. Are you trying to go like chalky?
Honestly, whatever we feel like pretty confident about, as long as it's a good number, then I'm okay with adding it. You guys in chat, there's about 100 of you. Let me know in the chat, what is our third leg? We're confident on Ji-Yeon Kim money line. We're confident on basically any form of an under in Dober Alves. What is our third confident pick. I know guys on the roundtable are big on Alex Perez. I might tail them and bet Alex Perez, but I really don't want to parlay Alex Perez, if that makes sense.
That's such a dangerous fight to just throw in.
Yeah, a lot of people said Mays, but it's like kind of another one. Like I have a big bet on Mays early, got a lot of CLV on it, but I mean it's heavyweight. Like, do you want to parlay sloppy heavyweights? Like,
yeah, you don't want to lay minus 200,
especially minus 200 now when some people even got plus money on him.
I like Alex Moreno for what it's worth. He's plus 134. I don't know if we could throw that in the parlay because it's it's risky, like you said, but
yeah. Wendy Willis says Brandon Moreno money line, and I mean Locke pitched that. I feel pretty good about that. Shout out to Mike in the chat. Shout out to Mike in the chat. He said if you're here and you're not liking the video or subscribe to my channel, you are wrong, and you should be in chat telling us what to bet. What should we pitch out this week? As always, I'm gonna make the graphic, tweet it out on Twitter at John Kelly DFS so that the people can tail it. More Moreno love. I don't know let's see what Moreno would be if we just added Brandon Moreno money line, because I feel like I'm pretty confident he wins, but that only gives us plus 348. Usually we want to be in like that plus 600 range, or at least close to it. Well, we could do a fourth leg if we do that, or let's see if we change the Dober fight to fight doesn't start round 3.
If you change it to fight doesn't start round 3 and you include Moreno, you're looking at plus 399, I believe.
Oh, it's got to be better than that.
I think.
No, you're right.
Yeah,
Damn.
plus 399. Yeah.
So it doesn't even make that big of a difference.
Yeah. It's tough. I mean, my biggest play was 4 units on Ank and Moreno. Mike put Ank and Moreno. Somebody said,
yeah, I mean that's solid. I mean it's juicy, but I think they both win. I feel pretty confident they both win. What about the? You're cutting out a little bit, Zaid. You just cut out, but I think you're back now. Yeah, you were just like frozen a little. Clint said Perez Pantoja over, which I feel like Evan pitched that on stream. Fight goes the distance. I think an over. Obviously, the risk is like Perez getting caught, but as you guys heard, the people on the roundtable are pretty confident Perez doesn't get caught. So
what's the line at on that?
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it up now. Fight doesn't or under 2.5. All right. So then we go to Pantoja, Perez. Over 2.5 on that is minus 164. And that would, so 4 leg. Okay, so we might be in business here. A lot of people saying burger in the chat. Semmelsburger. Bro, if you guys listen to my weekly breakdown, like I am not high on Semmelsburger whatsoever. Still pissed my big bet on AJ Fletcher didn't come through. Dude looked great in round 1. Didn't have the cardio. I think Semmelsburger, the fade on Semmelsburger is going to be coming soon. It might even be tonight. I even picked Alex Moreno to win. I just don't feel confident enough to bet him. Yeah, you don't want to sweat Pantoja throwing up submissions for 15. Yeah. And that's kind of my concern, but.
So that parlay, that 4-legger, if we take over 2.5 rounds in the Pantoja Perez fight, gets us at plus 703.
Oh, I switched back to Dober under 2.5.
Under 2.5?
Yeah, but I mean, I like them both. But that gives us plus 621. So how do we feel about that, chat? Like Gian Kim money line, super confident. Dober under 2.5, super confident. Brandon Moreno money line, pretty damn confident. And the Perez Pantoja over 2.5 is like, do I think it goes the full distance? Yeah. But do I trust it enough to be in the parlay? That's where I'm kind of. I just need some support here, guys. If we don't have anything else, we could just do the over 2.5 and call it a wrap. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else that we overlooked here. Or do we just trust the fellas and go a 3-legger of Kim money line, Dober under 2.5, and Alex Perez plus 165?
I like it.
I mean, I like doing the 3 legs more than the 4. I feel like with 4 we usually try to get too cute.
I say we keep it short this week. Why not just hit a 3-legger?
Well, if we just do the 3-legger with Moreno, the problem is it's only plus 348. But I mean, you know what? Whatever, we're doing it. Those are the 3 most confident. I said we were going to change the format of the show in the beginning, where I'm the one putting my name on this, pumping it out there. So I'm the one that has to live with the L's of all the people that tail it. So we're going with the 3 most confident picks, which is going to be Kim money line plus 104, Brandon Moreno minus 225, and Drew Dober versus Rafael Alves minus 192, the under 2.5. It's a 3-leg parlay. Only pays out plus 348, but we got to get on the board. We've had a couple close calls last couple weeks. We got to get on the board. I'm okay doing a plus 348. So that's going to be it, guys. That's the Roundtable parlay. Appreciate you sticking around, Zaid, and helping us craft it up. As always, best of luck to you guys, and we'll see you next time.